All right, welcome. Thank you all for being here. We have a few more people hopping in, which is great. All right, I'm just going to give these folks a minute to connect to audio and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, well, good morning, everyone. My name is Laura DiNardo. I am the current Professional Development Chair for the Work-Based Learning section with ACTE. I'd like to take a minute to do some introductions. We have a few other folks here who have been engaged with the Work-Based Learning section and also a few announcements. So I'm going to go ahead and start by introducing Kelly Deemer from ACTE.
Hello, it's so good to see a group of you that are so interested in work-based learning. So I'm Kelly Deemer. I am in West Des Moines, Iowa, and I have been working with work-based learning, starting out doing some contract work with ACT, but now full-time as the Director of Membership for ACT. So I am excited that work-based learning for ACT is in such good hands and so many people enthusiastic about it. So I think that's probably everything I need to say.
Thank you, Kelly. We also have Jan Jardine, who's the chair of the Work-Based Learning section.
Hi, everybody. This is a great group. It makes me excited about what we have to come for this year. So I'm Jan. I am in Provo, Utah, and I love work-based learning. I've been doing it here in Provo School District for the last 8 years. And working with ACTE as the Work-Based Learning section chair for the last year. And it's a lot of fun. You've made a good choice to want to get more involved with this group.
Thank you, Jan. And as I mentioned, I'm Laura DiNardo. I'm in Arlington Public Schools in Arlington, Virginia. I've been serving as the Professional Development Chair since November of 2020, but I am excited to announce that I will be starting a role with ACTE after Labor Day. So I will be coming on board as a senior manager within the Strategic Partnerships Department. And so I am excited to share that Dana Wilson will be our incoming PD chair. And Dana, I'd love it if you could introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Wilson. I serve as Work-Based Learning Program Coordinator at the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research in Danville, Virginia. I've been in this role for just over a year, working on work-based learning opportunities in Southern Virginia for about 15 school districts. I joined ACTE in the beginning of this year and was really excited about the work-based learning section because I really love this work and I'm excited to work with other people who like this kind of work. And I'm excited to take over this role as well, even though I'm very nervous. So just stick with me and I'll rely on Laura's mentorship for a brief period of time until she moves on to bigger and better things. So I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Dana. And we're very excited to have you in this new role. I would love it if we could all do just a quick introduction, if you wouldn't mind sharing your name, where you work, maybe the district or the state that you're associated with, and then something that interests you about the PD committee. And it can simply be that you want to learn more today. And I'm just going to go down my list. So I have someone joining by phone with a 208 area code. If that's you, would you mind introducing yourself?
That's me. I'm Annie Peterson, and I'm from Magic Valley High School in Twin Falls, Idaho. And last year, I started our Skills for Success because I was a college and career advisor, and now I got to be the work-based learning coordinator. And so this is my second year of teaching as well as doing our internship program. And I'm excited to help. I worked with Jan Jardine last year doing a seminar about getting my program started. So I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Welcome. We have Diana with us also from ACTE.
Hi, everyone. I don't know if you can see me or hear me, but I'm Diana. I've been helping Kelly on membership for the last few weeks. I'm very, excited to have been working with WBL on a couple projects, but I'm unfortunately leaving ACT next week to go teach in Austria. But I'm happy to be here and really wishing all success to Dana as she embarks on this new journey.
Thank you, Diana. Sorry, my toolbar keeps disappearing on me. We have Mary Ann next on my list.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Mary Ann Moore. I work at the Virginia Department of Education, so props to Danville. I am the secondary transition specialist for the state. My population that I work with specifically are youth with disabilities. So I cover graduation, dropout, compliance issues in the IEP that relate to transition, and also post-secondary outcomes. So I do a survey a year after all of our youngsters exit school to see what they're doing. And so I bring some data too to the table on disabilities.
Awesome. Glad to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the list, we have Chris.
Good morning, everybody, or I guess afternoon now. My name is Chris Machiniak. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Career and Technical Education over here in Berrien County, Southwest Michigan. Kind of oversee, we don't have a tech center in the county. We have a consortium where we share students kind of back and forth across the county. So I'm here looking to gain some more information and see if there's a spot I can help out or kind of get more involved.
Wonderful. Welcome. Christine.
Hello, everyone. I'm Christine Boucher. I am Business Partnership Coordinator for Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical School. We are in Central Ohio, and I am interested in this. I really enjoyed the conference, and it kind of piqued my interest the last time because my role in working with business partners is kind of networking with others across the United States and ACTE on how they form those relationships with business partners and how those work on the work-based learning side, which can be a challenge.
Great. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Next, I see Kimberly.
Hi, everybody. I'm in Northwest Arkansas, which is a beautiful part of our state. If you've not been to Arkansas, please come to our part because we think it's the best part. But I work with Arkansas Virtual Academy, which is a K-12 stride school. So those of you in Virginia, I'm sure you're familiar with K-12 Inc. We've got 38 schools across the United States. And for Arkansas Virtual Academy, this is my 6th year. I'm the career learning coordinator for all outside partnerships and programs. We work with over 30 colleges and career centers. We work with about 20 business partners, including Walmart, Sam's Club, Tyson, all of those guys. We have 5 CTSOs. So I don't really know what I do, but I'm always busy. So people ask me and they say, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm not really sure today, but I can send you a card. But I'm one of those that's here to learn and see what this is all about. I'm a non-traditional teacher who came into education about 15 years ago to a big high school in Bentonville, and then transitioned over to Arkansas Virtual Academy a few years ago. And as we all know, last year put us all in virtual education. And I've been on and off with ACTE for 15 years. Would like to be more on. So that's why I'm here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next up, I have Brianne.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brianne Lynch. I'm in Harrisburg, South Dakota, so the southeast corner of South Dakota at the Harrisburg School District. I am our career and education coordinator, which means I wear lots of different hats like many of you. I do all of our work-based learning coordination as well as our internship placements and then business and community partnership development with our innovative programs director. I got introduced to ACTE actually from Kelly way back in the day. I don't know if she remembers, but I used to teach in Madrid, Iowa, and that's how I connected with Kelly Deemer. summer. And so this is kind of full circle, and I love ACTE and their mission, and I'm here to learn as well.
Wonderful. And the last on my list, I think we have Seth. And please correct me if I pronounced that incorrectly.
That's correct. It's Saf, like the first half of Sapphire. And I am from Cobb County School District in Georgia. We're a relatively large school district. For Georgia, we're the second largest. And so I am a CTAE coordinator over work-based learning and youth apprenticeship, as well as some other things, but that's my primary focus. And I'm really interested in the professional development. One of my goals this year has been to really increase that professional development that we offer for our teachers, our work-based learning coordinators within the schools. And so I'm just really excited to work on that, as well as working with data to communicate those work-based learning needs to community partners.
Wonderful. Well, welcome everyone. We also have Annie with us, whose camera's not working today, but welcome to Annie as well. Really glad to have you all on the call, and I hope that I'm able to provide a little more information about what we have been doing so far related to professional development for this section, and welcome any ideas or suggestions that you all have as this group continues to grow and move forward. So the goals of our committee have been sort of twofold at this point. First, we've been able to provide monthly professional development webinars on topics related to work-based learning for our membership. So our membership does include secondary and post-secondary folks, people working on the state level, people working on the district level, all the way down to the classroom level. So we try and provide content and topics that are relevant to all of our members. And we do ask for their feedback regularly to help guide what those webinars look like. And then second, this committee will be involved in helping plan the annual work-based learning conference that ACTE has held previously the last 2 years in conjunction with Iowa work-based learning. And this coming year, it will be in conjunction with Utah work-based learning. So there are kind of two different ways that you all as potential committee members could get involved. So I wanted to share, of course, some of the benefits that I have personally found from serving in this capacity as PD chair. The first is it really helps to build professional networks, and you can connect with, as you know, we have just on this call alone, folks from all over the country. Sometimes it can be challenging to find folks that are doing similar work to you. I know for me in my district, I'm the only person coordinating a year-long work-based learning opportunity for students. And so I was really eager to find others who have done this work before, who could share things that work well, challenges, ideas, lesson plans, all of that with me. And that's what led me to find ACTE in the work-based learning section. So if you are interested in connecting with more people and networking with others, this is a great opportunity. Second, you can continue to build your skills, collaboration skills, communication, presentation. There are opportunities for you to present on a national stage if you want to through that national conference, or even just, you know, practice with those monthly sessions, facilitating things like this. And then finally, to enhance your professional knowledge on work-based learning topics. We get to hear from professionals, again, from all over the country, serving in different roles. We collaborate with other divisions and other sections. So we get to hear kind of that cross-curricular connection that work-based learning might have with other CTE areas. And I wanted to kind of break down the two different main goals of our committee in a little more detail. So the monthly professional development webinars, and this will hopefully give you an idea of the kind of commitment. Obviously, the more folks that join the committee, the smaller the individual ask is going to be of each of the members. But these are some of the things that we've done to prep for and successfully host the monthly webinars. So usually in the month prior, we'll identify a topic and we'll start to reach out to those possible presenters, share ideas of who we might contact. During the month of the webinar, there are up to 3 meetings. So the first might be an initial meeting with the presenters. That could be individually or as a whole group. We might then develop a flyer to share with the section and to share with others. I've helped build the slide decks for the presentations, and we have a really set template, so it's not too much. It's more just sort of plugging in content for that month. And then we usually do hold an optional practice session, a time for the presenters to review their content, meet one another. We usually try and have 2 to 3 professionals so that we can get a variety of perspectives in each webinar. And then during the webinar itself, somebody will facilitate the conversation, make introductions similar to how I did this morning, introduce our sponsor if we have one, and the speakers. And then the speakers themselves will run their part of the show. We encourage them to bring their own materials, share their screens if they would like, or just, speak to the participants directly. And then there is a chance to plug any upcoming events. So hopefully this gives a little bit of a breakdown of the planning process that we've followed, and an idea of what a commitment might look like for someone who is taking the lead on one of the monthly PD webinars. I will have an opportunity for us to do Q&A later, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep moving forward with the content for now. The conference planning is kind of a deeper level of engagement with this committee. It is almost a year-long process that you would be involved in. So I've sketched out some of the things that you might cover in different months. So between August and January, you could expect a monthly meeting where you help with topics such as developing the call for proposals, marketing materials, and then also brainstorming keynote speakers and reaching out to those folks that you might know of. As you get closer to the event, you might get to help review and select the presenters for the conference, and also work with the budget and the event timeline. And then, of course, as you get into the month that the conference is held, those meetings are going to happen more frequently. I believe we met bi-weekly at the beginning of the month and then weekly leading up to the days of the conference. And of course, last year was all virtual. This year, we're planning for an in-person conference in Utah. And then, of course, you'll get to attend and assist with conference sessions. So this can be a much more involved level of engagement if you want it to be. If you're interested in joining in on some of these meetings and seeing what it's like to, see if it's really something you're interested in, we could also discuss that. But I do want to reiterate, this is a really fabulous way to learn everything that goes into planning a professional conference. I didn't have that experience previously. I learned so much last year, and there are, of course, staff from ACTE that will support this. It's not all on the shoulders of the committee members. ACTE will handle a lot of the communication. They create all of the Zoom, or for the virtual conference, they created all the Zoom links, the website. So the committee members, we really just helped kind of with the content and making sure that we were meeting our benchmarks and other deliverables that we needed to meet in advance of the conference. So we're not going to wrap up yet, but we do have about 10 minutes left in our time today. So I want to have some time for questions and answers. We have developed a quick Google form to get some of your best contact information, then also to start to get some feedback from you all on, we are in the process of developing our call for proposals for the conference. So we would love to hear your opinions on the themes or topics that we offer. And we would also love to hear if you have any suggestions for webinar themes or ideas for the next few months. So I would love to, I'm going to end my screen share for now, and I would love to open up the floor to any questions that might be out there.
Girl, Laura.
I will jump in just to tell you that at the ACT senior staff meeting we just had, the question came up on, these conferences, that are happening a little ways down the line. Should we plan for face-to-face or should we plan for virtual or what? And it is highly recommended we go ahead and plan this as a hybrid, so we can go either direction if we need to, because we pretty much know that 100% of the people aren't going to be able to travel, time commitment, money, that kind of thing. But we certainly do know we've got a group of people that just desperately want to go